Sports have the power to transform lives. I know because they transformed mine. My name is Brandon Steiner. As a kid growing up in Brooklyn, I used to dream about making it big as a professional athlete. Years later, I would create a sports collectibles and marketing empire based solely on the love of the game. I've done business with or met just about every sports icon around, and I've enjoyed the spoils of success. But now, I'm paying it forward with the help of some champions I've met along the way. Join me as I explore the remarkable humanitarian power of sports on The Hookup. Welcome to The Hookup, brought to you by Robison Energy. We have an incredible show with some Olympic-inspired hookups. But before we go there, I wanted to check back with a hookup we did last year. Last summer, our friends at the Trisella Group introduced me to a camp called Kids Need More, operating out of Shelter Island. I brought along Yankee legend Bernie Williams on a visit to meet the campers. They've all been affected by cancer, and the camp itself has been a way for kids to support each other, not just during the summer, but all year round. With the help from some of our sponsors, we donated much-needed musical supplies as well as other gifts to help the camp stay afloat. Meeting these kids affected all of us, and so did meeting the volunteers, including Melissa, the camp director, who had her own battle with cancer. I knew camp was about to begin again this year, so I invited Melissa to Steiner Sports Headquarters in New Rochelle to see how everything was going. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
First of all, it's that time of year, and I was thinking, wow, I wonder how camp is going. It's got to be close to camp opening up. How's camp looking?
This is going to be one of our biggest years yet. It's amazing. We're coming and we're sliding into home. We're already almost sliding in. It's the kids arrive on Saturday, so we're getting very excited to see them.
What's the difference between this year's camp and last year's camp?
We have a lot of new kids, and there's been a lot of, more exposure, and we've been growing. So we've been reaching new families and families that have never been able to have this experience before. And that's exciting to me, to be able to reach more kids. That's what our job is to do.
Help more families. It's amazing the job you've done in this camp. And I guess I've got to ask you about your situation. I mean, how are you feeling and what's going on with you?
Oh, thanks for asking. I've had a little setback this year. I had a stem cell transplant, and the stem cells that I got a donor from, the donor cells have been attacking some of my body. So it's kind of a side effect of having a stem cell transplant. I've survived leukemia, thank goodness, and I'm in remission. But this is now part of the ongoing battles that you face when you have cancer.
So the kids will be, when they come, they'll actually know, there'll be some connection here to knowing that there's a battle. And there's a lot of it, prayer, luck, staying strong.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot about keeping a positive attitude, and I'm already in contact with those kids and the parents, and they have been overwhelmingly, overwhelming me with support. They've been writing me cards and letters, and we correspond back and forth, and they can't wait to see me at camp. I'll be a camp director that needs to be not in the sunlight at all. I'll have to be in the witness protection program when I'm at camp.
Why is that?
Because I can't be exposed to the sunlight right now because of the treatments that I'm on. So it's really important for me to keep in the shade and wear skin and cover my body up and protect my skin because I don't have a lot of protection from the sun naturally. So a lot of the kids have that issue too, and we relate, and so we'll be able to do things and cover up, and I'll remind them more to be more sun smart because of my own situation.
Just to remind people watching, if they want to do something to help your camp, what would be the most important thing that they can do to help?
Well, the most important thing they can do is funding. We're all run by volunteers, and we're all run by grants and private funding. So that is, every penny matters, and we know exactly where it goes. It goes right to our kids. It goes to support their programming, doing awesome things with them, and making their life, enhancing their lives as they grow, and we stay involved with them as they get into young adulthood too.
Back to our experience last summer. I mean, Bernie Williams, we obviously brought some music with us. Is the music program going to be able to continue?
Oh, we're going to have a music program now because of that. It was so exciting, you know, watching Bernie fly in, and the kids were so excited to see him, and we are now been using the instruments, and we've been doing some, you know, we had like a whole, you know, learning how to use drums and guitar, so we plan to have a whole music program this year.
So Melissa, listen, nobody works harder than you, and we're so grateful for the work you do, and this is just amazing what the camp does, but I just wanted to hook you up with maybe a little bit of a special day. I know you can't go to a day game, so I'm going to invite you to sit in my seats in the Legends for a Yankee game in September. I will tell you that the food is amazing down there, but you'll forget about everything for a couple hours. And then also we're going to invite you out on the town where you'll be able to go have dinner in the city. I have a really nice restaurant picked out for you. And then when I called Mitch, I just happened to be talking to Mitch Modell, talking about the camp. He immediately said, look, we got to hook her up. And he gave me a $2,500 gift card for you to pick up some stuff. This way you had a bunch of stuff in case you need it for the camp and for yourself to make sure you're well equipped, some new sneakers. And, you know, Moe's, you got to have it, you know, they got it all. So you're not going to miss anything you need when you stop off at there.
This is amazing. I can't even thank you enough. You know, after a long week of camp and to be able to do something like that and still think about the kids, this is so generous and wonderful.
Hi, Melissa. It's Mitch Modell. I just want to commend you on the great work that you're doing with the kids at the camp. Brandon has been telling me about this for months now. I want to wish you the best of health, and I wish you would have a great summer. And I can't wait to see the kids using our equipment and the toys. And you must send pictures to us. Have a great summer.
Enjoy that, and the kids will, you know, obviously appreciate anything that they need. You know, we're always going to be there for them, and hopefully over the course of next year, we'll see what else they need, and we'll be back next summer to help even more.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much. Got to go to Moe's. Thank you.
Melissa, we won't forget about you or the campus that kids need more. This summer, we had a lot more going on than just camp. We had the Olympics. Congratulations to all the participants and all the champions. While watching the performances this summer, it got me thinking about one of the great Olympic athletes. Jackie Joyner-Kersee was a record-breaking, gold medal-winning machine in the 80s and 90s. Widely regarded as the greatest female athlete of all time, Jackie never let her asthma or her humble origins keep her from being a track and field legend. Her personal story is inspiring, and I knew of some kids that could use that kind of inspiration. A volunteer run after school and summer day camp in the underserved Mount Eden section of the Bronx reached out to me for some help. They hold a track and field club for kids 7 to 10 years old. They don't have a lot of resources, but they're trying to provide a safe place for the local kids to play and stay healthy. I hooked up with the program director, affectionately known as Queen Doris, and together we planned a day that I expect these kids will never forget.
Today, to see you, and only you, is Miss Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Good morning. I'm a runner. I started running at the age of 9. I wasn't one of the best girls in my community, and it was extremely tough. But I had to work hard every day. And then one day, I worked so hard, I made it to the Olympics. You want to show me some of the things you've learned?
Yes.
Okay, ready, set, go!
Jackie put them through a few drills, and then it was time for me to tell the kids what they'd won. Well, we got a little surprise for you.
So do I.
Jackie, when she told me she was gonna come and work with you guys, we were able to also call Modell's up and hook you up with some stuff from Modell's. So, Modell's is giving you all a brand new pair of sneakers. You're all getting a gift card. You're getting a brand new water bottle from Modell. Hold on one second. This way you can pick out the sneakers you want. And then we got you some new shirts and shorts. And then also, we got you some knapsacks. To carry your stuff. You need that, right? And then Jackie also, like, you probably, you need to see her when she's in rare form. So Jackie's gonna sign these for you so you have something for your room, right? I just wanna know, do you have any questions for Jackie? Because probably you gotta be curious, right?
How did you win the Olympics?
How did I win the Olympics? I won the Olympics by working hard, listening to my coaches, and not getting a big head. You know, show up every day. I came to practice.
Did you ever give up when you were when you lost, when you were last?
That's a great question. Did I ever give up when I was last or when I didn't win? No. You know, I believe in working hard. I just kept trying. And you know what? And it's the same attitude that you need to apply to your everyday life. Sometimes things are going to be hard, but don't give up. You know, as long as you believe, people will believe in you, but you got to believe it can be done. And then you will see people supporting you in all areas. You look at today, you all working hard, you're going to get new uniforms, you're going to get backpacks, you know, that's a blessing.
How hard was it to be in the Olympics?
How hard was it to be in the Olympics? It was hard. You know, everything is hard, but if you work hard enough, then it can appear in the eyes of people watching like it's easy. But anything that appears easy is extremely difficult. So don't take the easy way out.
What's that?
This picture here is one of the events I do. It's called the javelin.
Oh, that's you?
Yes.
Let me see.
That's me, back in the day.
It looks like
Do you still train?
Do I still train? Yes. I believe in being fit for life. I work with a lot of young people, and, you know, it's my passion. You know, and I noticed, you know, someone was breathing heavy. I'm an asthmatic too, and I have to be careful of, some days I can run fast and some days I can't run, but I never gave up. I never used asthma as an excuse.
How hard was it to grow up?
How hard was it to grow up? I grew up in a community that was really a lot of violence, a lot of drugs, you know, a lot of people not doing a lot of great things, and you're surrounded by that. But then I also had people who cared about me, who wanted to see me be a success. You know, it's just like, you know, when you come here, you got a whole staff of people that's looking out for you. And sometimes you might not want to hear what they're saying, but you need to listen, you know, because they're saying things that you're going to need, not just today, but when you leave here and you go out in those streets. You know, a lot of times, you know, all I would hear that people say, nothing good comes from your community. And that's what you'll be surrounded with. You know, people want to tell you to do things that can be a detriment or something that can harm you. But you got to always see the good. You got to see the good in you. Because each and every one of you have a beautiful spirit and a beautiful soul. You know, spread your love, spread your joy. Be kind to each other. You know, be nice to each other. You know, because you'll never know when you're going to need one another.
Jackie's message was well said, and I hope these kids got a glimpse of their potential. What's your name? How old are you?
I am 8 years old, and my name is Jaylene.
Hi, Jaylene. What'd you think of today? Was that fun?
Yes.
Was there one part of today that you really liked more than other?
Yeah.
What part?
I liked the part when we had to touch each other's hand and then we had to run back.
Really? Now, what'd you think of Jackie Joyner-Kersee? What'd you think of her? I mean, she's a great Olympian, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you think of her?
I think she was awesome.
You think she was probably pretty fast in her day?
Yeah.
Did you want to race her one-on-one?
Yeah.
You did? I thought you did.
I did.
Now, why do you love running so much?
I love running because it's just like when you're stressed, you get to work your feelings out when you run.
Do you think one day, like, will I see you on the college track team, maybe in the Olympics one day?
Yeah.
You think you may be an Olympian?
Yeah.
Would you be winning a gold?
Yeah.
Perfect. I think that she really got Jackie's message, and I'll be looking for her and all the kids in an upcoming Olympics. Now, to make sure the adults have what they need in order to keep this much-needed program running. We're with Queen Doris, PS 294 and 311. I mean, this is the Queen Bee here, and such a blessing and a great job you do here right in the middle of the Bronx, taking the time with these kids. How was this hookup?
Well, I mean, it went wonderful. It's great. This school has a special place in my heart because it's a school that I went to when I was younger. So it's great to be able to come back and try to give back as much as possible. But coming back, I see that there's a lot more needs. As you can see, we have a little track. It needs a lot of work.
So you really could use this track redone
Yes.
And then the kids are always needing equipment and things like that. And then
Uniforms.
they need prizes or stuff
Prizes,
to
something
kind of
to keep them
incent them.
motivational.
So those are things people could donate.
People can donate, agencies can donate, they can donate their time, donate their anything, any equipment, any words of wisdom, anything, we're welcoming to it.
Tell me about the average kid that comes to this school that you oversee.
Well, I oversee a program here in the school, and the average kid that comes here comes with family that has, if they're living with family, they're living with a family that has a lot of economic hardships. They may or may not have a bedroom of their own. They're living probably in a single bedroom with 4 or 5 other kids or family members. Sometimes it's a kid that the parents there's somebody who rents the apartment, but they only rent the room. So they're in the bedroom with their parents, they're in the bedroom with their siblings, and they're only out.
So coming to something like this is almost like a breath of fresh air.
It certainly is, and it's not sometimes, all the time. This is what we want them to do. Just come and see that there's other avenues.
As always, we will be back, but I hope our viewers can really find it in their hearts to help sponsor one of these future champions.
Stock up on schoolyard staples at Modell Sporting Goods this back-to-school season. Shop everyday low prices on backpacks that fit your personal style. Choose from JanSport, Nike, Sprayground, and more. Make a statement on the first day. Walk the halls in the latest footwear and apparel from brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. Modell's is your one-stop shop for everything you need, on the field and in the classroom. When the kids gotta go back to school, you gotta go to Mo's.
Steiner Sports, the largest sports collectible company in the nation, is proud to unveil our latest product line, In Their Own Words, featuring photos from the most historic moments in sports as told by the athletes themselves, handwritten and signed to share their most personal career moments, with a collection of over 200 stories from athletes such as Don Larson, Mariano Rivera, Henrik Lundqvist, Brandon Chastain. In Their Own Words is not just a piece of memorabilia, it's a piece of history. Shop now the collection on SteinerSports.com. In this next hookup, we decided to reward some of the achievers in the academic variety. Viewers may recall that on the last episode, we hooked up a school library in Mount Vernon, New York, with the help of some sponsors, including Robison Energy. While I was there, David Singer, the owner of Robison, introduced me to a principal in Mount Vernon at a different school who was incentivizing students to perform academically. The principal was looking for a way to expand the program, and David Singer thought I could help. Principal Doggett, we were just talking, David and I, and about this incredible program you guys have teamed up on. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, the program is called PBIS, it's Positive Behavior and Supports. It's an evidence-based system designed to promote student achievement by reducing or eliminating negative behavior as a barrier to learning. The program consists of 2 major components, behavior expectations and the acknowledgement system. When students do the right thing, they are rewarded, they are given tickets, and they are acknowledged as Eagles of the Week. And the students who receive the most Eagles of the Week are Eagles of the Month. And we give them incentives, they receive a certificate and awards. And as a result of implementing this program, there's been an increase in a positive school climate, and also has been a significant reduction of out-of-school suspensions. What we're looking to do, which we're having challenges, is we're looking for parent incentives because we want to get the parents more involved to take this program to the next level.
Because when parents get involved, good things happen.
Of course. The last one I had, about 5 to 6 parents came out. I have 400 students in my building, so it's very challenging to get them out. If I can come up with some incentives to have the parents come out, that will definitely help.
I think I'm the man to help. I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, so you're saying if we can come up with some incentives to lure parents in more,
Yes.
almost giving them a little bit of a better reward, they'll
Yes.
get even more involved and we'll
Yes.
probably get even a better result.
Yes, we'll get a better turnout, and it'll be absolutely wonderful for the community of Mount Vernon.
Well, I love the community of Mount Vernon, and I know David at Robison Energy do too. So we invited to the Steiner Sports Headquarters in nearby New Rochelle the 3 families that are most deeply involved themselves in their kids' education at the school, and we hooked them up.
All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I know you wonder why you're here. Are you?
Yes,
Well,
we
we're
are.
here to acknowledge you for your outstanding leadership and participation in all parent involvement activities here at Rebecca Turner Elementary School. So we wanted to acknowledge you. That's why we brought you to Steiner Sports. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. You know, I've come down to the school, I saw your assemblies where you've awarded the children for their accomplishments and being good citizens and good students. But I think, as you explained to me, the biggest challenge really for the school and for the principal is to get the parents involved, because good parents make great students, and you parents have been real shining examples, real champions of what a parent should be doing for their children and helping, encouraging them to learn and help your children soar. What does that mean, guys?
Safe, organized, accountable, responsible, and respectful.
Excellent, excellent. And I want to really just congratulate you for really setting the example for the whole school, but these parents have been absolutely great. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to come up with a way to just recognize you. So I figured, let me bring you to Brandon Steiner, who here at Steiner Collectibles Memorabilia, it's basically a museum of wonderful things and a tribute to great athletes. And I just wanted you to meet Brandon. Brandon wanted to meet you.
Well, first, thanks for coming up. Welcome.
Thank you.
I love the work you're doing. You guys are real champions. I mean, you guys are killing it.
Thank
You're doing all the right things. Respectful, working hard. So I thought I'd present you with a couple gifts today. One of them is a beautiful photo of one of my favorite athletes, Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Does everybody know who Jackie Joyner-Kersee is?
Yes.
Well, actually, I thought it would be a good idea. You know, it's nice to give you this, but I thought it'd be a better idea to actually, maybe if Jackie can come here and actually sign these herself. So, you may have
I'm doing great.
Jackie's the best. She's got a heart of gold to match all those gold medals. So when I called Jackie, I said, Jackie, we got these really, really unbelievable superstars. So we called up a few companies to see if we could kind of hook you guys up, you know, give you some special stuff. And we thought it'd be important for you to have, each and every one of you to have your own computer. So, it's something you can have, this way you can actually be able to do your work at home. And one of the things I love about Jackie, it wasn't always easy for her, but every time you hit a little bit of an obstacle, I want you to think about where you can go if you work really hard.
Yes.
Exactly, a real champion, and you guys are champions.
You're champions.
I sat down with one of the families to talk about the school program. It's amazing what this principal has done, isn't it?
It is amazing. It's very important because it starts at home and you set the foundation at home and then the kids transfer that into the classroom. So it's very important. We instill those values at an early age.
So you've seen a boost, and not only with your kids, but in general, do you think there's a boost in the whole school from this program?
It is a big boost. I do see it. I'm a part of the PTA. I got involved to support the principal. Told my kids to support the principal, support your teachers, you know, make sure that you're bringing that energy into the classroom.
So what'd you think of the hookup, and will these computers be used well, and do you like some of the surprises?
Yes, I would love. Thank you for this awesome opportunity of us coming here. We may never, ever come back here again and get the privilege to come here again to such an awesome company that you're running.
Well, first of all, thank you. That's well put, and I have to say, I'm keeping an office open for you when you grow up. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm putting my dibs in right now to try to hire you when you get out of college. Well, that's good. So we've got a lot of hopes and dreams.
Yes.
And we got these kids thinking, and I think they're on the right track. They're real champions.
Yes, we didn't get it for ourselves, so we're pushing it for them. So it starts with thinking about what you didn't have,
yes,
and changing that path for your children. So
yes,
that's where it's beginning for us, the passion.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to give your children what wasn't provided for you. And it's great to know that there are educators out there pushing the status quo. And finally, at the end of a long day of helping, Jackie Joyner-Kersee sat down with me to review the day and fill me in on what's going on with her. Well, we had a nice day. Tell me, what'd you think of the hookups?
You know, I thought they were really fantastic. The enthusiasm from the kids at the track, but then also the families and with the principal, and, you know, I think getting caught doing something well, and then having the sponsors come in and, you know, they just lit up when they got those laptops.
Kids today, though, with the track, the running. I mean, how much do those kids love running? We got to go back there and fix that track. There's no question.
Yes, find the resources to give them a brand new track, I think would be exciting for them. But the great thing about it, they're so grateful. And they don't even understand what they don't have. But they were willing to give their all and just show how much that they were just thankful that we were out there with them.
You still have a passion for track and field, for running. It's still in your blood?
Yes, it's still in my blood from the standpoint of just watching it. But getting out there and competing, I don't want to train that hard ever again. But I love the sport. I do whatever I can to support it. I miss it, but I miss my friends more so than anything.
Tell me, what's important to you these days? I could see you have a strong connection with kids, but what's been driving you? What gets you up in the morning, gets you excited?
What drives me is giving back to my community. Growing up in East St. Louis, and as a little girl, all you heard, nothing good come from your community. And all I ever wanted to do was to make my parents proud and find a way to go back and inspire others to be the best that they could be.
Couple examples of what you're doing? Give me a little taste. I want to know. I like details. The joys in the detail.
Yes, the joys in the detail. I dreamed about wanting to open up a community center. I built the Jackie Joyner-Kersee Center in East St. Louis. We own 37 acres. The building itself today is 60,000 square feet. We use sports as a hook to get them in the door. I want to make sure that they can read on grade level. We do after-school programs, and it's inspiring not only those kids in the community, but then also you can see the hope and the joy that's spreading around where businesses are going up and housing are starting to come. So now, hopefully people can want to visit East St. Louis and not be afraid to come over there.
So you're all in.
I'm all in.
This isn't something you're touching. This is something you're living.
This is something I'm living, and that's all I know. If you can't go back home and you can't start with the basics, then why would you even try to go somewhere else?
You really gave a lift to those kids today.
You know what, Brandon, I have to say, what you're doing and bringing in the different sponsors to help inspire a generation to be the best that they could be, and I just think that it's great. I'm honored that you had me here, but I'm glad to be in your company.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you. I mean, it's just, I thought like this morning, especially where we were on the track and field, and you got one of the great Olympians. And, you're with 20 kids that are really just at the beginning of their run. Yes. And, you're affecting them. I mean, that's what it's all about.
I know.
It's not this big crowd. It was 20 kids, and they got it.
Yes, and it's because of you.
And you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this show. A big thanks to David Singer and to Robison Energy. The contributions to this show have made a big difference in people's lives, and I hope it's inspired other people to do so as well. If you know someone that deserves a hookup, feel free to reach out to us or to come visit us at our warehouse in New Rochelle and take a free tour. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to see you again next time on the Steiner Sports Hookup.
Hi, I'm David Singer, president of Robison. For 80 years, we've been meeting the needs of homeowners. We knew that homeowners need to be warm and homeowners need to be comfortable, but now we also know that homeowners need to be healthy. That's why we created our air duct and carpet cleaning division, to help homeowners create the perfect home environment. It's all part of our goal at Robison to help you save energy, save money, and live better.
You've got a friend in Robison.